sure should be something across the top. Saying how many people's in, thumbs up and stuff, and they're live. Saying how long you should be going for. I wonder what's up with this. I think I've set it right anyway. So I thought I'd just come in live tonight. You know, we're getting to the back end of month, so I just thought I'd have a chat about how the month's gone and what we have and we haven't done on channel. We haven't done as many Wainwrights as I wanted to do. I did quite a few, but not as many as I wanted to do. I think we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in one day, me and Paul. So everyone's jumping in at the moment, saying hello and stuff. What's a good thing? Please do jump in and say hello. Hi mate, Carl. Hi Dan Bushcraft Dan. Emma's put hi. Scott said hi. Jamie said alright mate. Everyone's saying hi at the moment. Hello Dan. Thanks everybody. It's nice that I've come on live straight away. We've got 40 people on live. This is probably as realistic we'll ever get a video in it, so bear with me if I do get things mixed up or struggle to keep up with your comments and stuff. It's just how I am. I really do struggle with all this, but I like to come live just to chat about some of the stuff, you know, fruit month, because I think this was last weekend now. Need some more spicy noodles challenge on your camps. Yeah, I've got some spicy noodles from Firepot. I want to have a go at them ones soon, see what they taste like. The man of many things, higher. If I've missed you, people saying hello to me, I'm not being rude, I've just probably skipped down a bit too far. Everyone's saying hello, Dan, alright, Dan? Yeah, it's nice, look at this already, so many people commenting away saying hello. Hello from California. Thomas, how you doing, mate? Thanks for watching as always. Do appreciate that. Other side of the world, and you tuning in to me. I enjoyed your videos. Thank you, Elizabeth. I've just finished editing another meal, you know, where I compare 2 different types of a meal. But this time it's not a meal, it's some of like kind of camping food idea. So I don't know when I'll be putting that on. I don't know if I'll save it to end beginning of next month now. You need to do a subscribe and meet up. We always need to do that. We always say we will. We need to subscribe and meet up. So I always think about it is if we've got people, you know, down south, people, you know what I mean? If everyone's so far away and then people might have to travel to one spot, I find people willing to travel for that. So I've got a lovely piece of land called 2 acres campsite. You know, we could all go on there and do it there. There's plenty of trees for hammocks, plenty of spaces for tents, bivy bags, the full works really. But yeah, it's just how far would people be willing to travel for that? Scottish Prepper 73 evening, Dan. Would you ever try and buy a camping setup from a car boot? I saw your message on the other one. I was in bed last night and I was looking up car boot sales, and one that I was thinking is on a Friday. If it were there this morning, I would have travelled out to go there. It's not too far either. So yeah, your comment about that has been logged in my head. So we'll try to look at that. I'm just trying to spice my YouTube channel up a lot different to everybody else's, because just the act of going camping now and finding a spot, hiking, finding a spot, showing the views, and then, you know, after that it's very basic, isn't it? You're setting up, you're doing all that. I need to try and bring something else in. You know, I want to try and pull my channel, the same sort of camping idea, but do different things and make it a little bit more interesting for everybody. Because I think eventually everyone's just going to get bored with the same type of camps, and I don't want that. I want my channel to keep growing. I had a bit of a flop at the beginning of the year with it. It got like, you know, can I be bothered anymore? But now we're back doing videos. Remember when you heard footsteps while she was camping? Creepy. Yep, I remember that. Hey Dan, what's your honest views on the One Tiger's hammocks? I think it's the One Tiger's compound hammock. That's all right, but the under blankets, I don't find them warm at all. Yeah, the compound hammock. and the tarps are good, but you can't get the tarps back in the bags, the stuff sacks. That's horrendous. But I don't find the under blankets warm enough, not even one bit. If you're looking at a hammock setup and you've got a bit of money to spend, try look up under Woodland. I've got some videos on my channel of that. I share a discount code as well, so you guys save. I think it's about 5% or something, but hey, every little bit counts, doesn't it? YNWA. I don't know what that means. Your videos are very good. I'm planning to do a solo camp soon, just getting equipment together. Yeah, get equipment together. What you don't want to do is make the next excuse, because this is what you will be doing. Your next excuse in your next bit of equipment, because you'll always go, well, I want to go, but I just don't think that's right. Or I just actually need that one other piece. That's what you do instead of just going out and getting it done. People always find the next excuse why. Well, weather's not good. You know, I've got this, I've got that. Equipment is the thing you need, but you're curious to get out and just go do it, I think, is the biggest part of it all. What's that saying there? Do you fancy doing a 4 or 5 day camp on the trail? I do, but getting the time to do that is hard work just to get that time, because we only get 4 weeks off work, don't we, over in UK holidays. 2 weeks of that I saved for me going abroad, and then I need to spend my other couple of days, you know, the other 2 weeks, let's say, being more time for me and my Emma sort of thing, instead of putting every bit of spare time into YouTube. We've got to start doing other things as a couple, because the kids are getting older, so me and Emma need time to, our full relationship has actually been on the kids growing up sort of thing. So spare time, I do need to start spending more with Emma instead of just wasting it all on camping. But Emma's always encouraged me to get out camping and stuff. But yeah, 4 or 5 days. See, I struggled with doing it for a full day over 5 mountain peaks. I'd have to really work my way up to that one. I've done 2 days, don't get me wrong, I've done that. I don't know where you've been missing. I haven't been anywhere. I've got videos on channel. I've uploaded a few videos over the last 3 or 4 days. Any advice on camping mats, please? Now, camping mats are a nightmare, aren't they? I've got many mats, and you know, I can prove this. Wait a second. So I've been testing camping mats today. It's funny you say it. Is it camping mats? Yeah, camping mats, please. So this is the OEX Flux 7. Now, this went down in cold weathers. But I've had it up today and I'm laying on it for ages and it didn't go down. Then, oh no. This is the OEX Flux 5, what's really good. But it is a little bit skinny, thin, let's say. And the bag here is a attachment to the bottom of the mat to blow it up. But there's a massive difference from the 5 to the 7, our rating. If you are looking for one, I've just ordered another one from camperslist.com. So that should be here in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. I'm having a hard time with camping mats because I use them, put them away, and a few times later when I go to get them back out, they go down. My biggest problem is camping mats. That is my biggest problem. For all the equipment I get, camping mats is the biggest problem. Camping mats is the bigger problem for me. The Flux 7 from OEX, when that come out, everyone were getting it, and then all of a sudden there starts to be a bit of a bombardment on the internet about them leaking. Like I say, I used that one in winter and it went down. And then, like I said, I've been like today for hours and messing around and stuff, and it didn't go down. So I do need to test that a lot more. But I am struggling to find the one mat what's just strong, robust, what's going to work. It is an hard thing, that it really is. I'll travel to meet you up and up, share a beer with you. Yeah, I don't drink beer. I like spice rum a lot. But yeah, I know what you mean, mate. We'll have to sort some out eventually. Set a date, I'll be there. I'll be there. Uh, James, the One Tigers compound hammock is amazing. It is, yeah, but I'd get a better brand underquilt. I really would. The compound hammock, what's good about that is, if I'm on about the right one, when you're in it, it's not a big hammock. It's not very long. Like some of One Wind's like 12 foot maybe, 11, 12 foot. I think the One Wind one's, One Tigers one's 8 foot, and then it's got like another layer inside so you can zip it round yourself. So it gives you that little bit of extra. I keep thinking remote's underneath me. So yeah, it gives you let me turn TV down. Turn not Monster Inc, Vampire, whatever it is. Yeah, anyway, the compound hammock's alright, but I'd get a better under blanket for it. I really would. I'm in the East Midlands. I will travel. We'll sort it out, people. We will get to the channel, sort it out 100%. Right, let's look at these. My comments just disappeared now. I had to touch them and they come back on. Right, let's look where I am. How can we deleting stuff, Emma? Love the budget camping videos. What a rough night. The camping videos are good, you know, the low budget ones. I've got some fantastic ones in my head, what I want to do. But and then I'm sorry if I've missed your video, your comments. Please don't think I'm being rude. Yeah, answer me this. Oops, hang on, there we go. Answer me this one. So I got a lot of comments from the last one I did saying you're a wild camping channel, you're outdoors, why are you doing pathetic videos like this? Is that what people are thinking? Am I just painting like the wrong impression of myself? Let me know. You can just put your no in comments. It really is up to yourself. I'm doing these budget camping videos showing the channel up because I've had it said to me and it's like, sometimes one says it's all right, two might say it's like, oh, whatever. But and then when when you get a handful of people coming and saying it, you're like, yeah, what's going on here? Is this the right thing to do on the channel? And yeah, it's my channel and it's up to me what I want to do, but I need to keep the channel moving anyway, going forward anyway. Hi, Dan from Canada. Wow, Country Helen Compact 1, can't wait to try it. I think Adam in a while's got that tent. Hi, hello, how are you? Love the budget camping. Budget camping is good, but like I said, it's got to be summertime. And I do have other ideas, and it's a little bit extreme from the tent situation. It's good because it's something different. Yeah, what about the budget, the meal videos that I do? You know, where I compare different meals side by side, the cheap with expensive ones. There's not a massive range I can go to on them, you know, massive range of videos, let's say, but as I'm doing them, what do people think about it? Hi, Dan, thoughts on the Tracology UL40, UL 140. That air mat went down the first night I used it, and then they sent me the pump one, you know, where you pump it, and that was just too big, it's too heavy. It's such a faff to pump it up by that little sponge underneath. What do you do? What makes you happy? Ignore the keyboard warriors are horrendous. That. Yeah, but I like to make the videos that people want to see. That's what I have to do. Have you ever camped in snow? No, not really. Quite a few times. If you check out the channels, the videos, we don't get a lot of snow where we are, so it's like once or twice a year. So I did do a camp video in the snow not long ago. So Chris W Outdoors Evening Dan. Why has he got that badge? Oh, is he a channel member? Oh, yeah, you can be a channel member if you want. Go back to the main page and it says join on Android's phones and stuff. And you can join that. I think it's about $1.99 for a month. Because I was saying to my Emma today, I'm going to sort me place out now, you know, like my loft area, it's all boarded out and stuff. And I need to start downsizing all the equipment. So I'm going to be giving away quite a bit of, not away like as in, here, have this, have that. Going to do some subscriber giveaways on the members only page, because I know people who want to pay the membership fee are probably going to use the stuff instead of just selling it. And then we're going to give a lot of the sleeping bags and stuff to, it's rather the homeless people or scouts. I'm just torn between which way I should go with that, because the scouts group, this is hands-on art, and you're not going to believe this. So your cooking video is fun to watch. Yeah, I'll be doing some more than bushcraft stoves and stuff. Hands on heart, you're going to laugh at this. I asked scouts would like equipment, and they asked for receipts in case I could return it in case all goes wrong with it. I haven't got time for that. Last question, any advice on how to get permission to use Woodland? How did you... I just went for a walk one day because it was snowing and I didn't go to work. Thought, I'm not driving in that, I'm not risking my insurance. I don't ever see the point of driving in snow for one day's wage when your insurance can go through the roof. Anyway, I was just walking on this field and I saw the farmer and he was putting like fence posts up and he was struggling. So I already paused for him. I said, do you want me to pick all that rubbish up in there and stuff? He went, oh, you can do, yeah, if you want. I said, where are you going to put it? So there's a bin further up, I'll just dump it in there on my way back out. Went, oh, yeah, thanks for that, yeah. And then when I were in there, I saw the deers, or deer, let's say. So I'm way back out. I said, oh, you don't mind if I put these trail cameras up? Yeah, I've got some trail cameras, so I can track out local wildlife and stuff. And he said, no, fair do. He said, but kids are getting in this woodland, so you do, need to be a little bit wary of them nicking them. So I said, I'll only leave them up for a night at a time. And then a couple of weeks later, I saw him again. I said, oh, do you mind if I spend a night in woods in one of my tents? So if any of them kids come along, I'll tell them to get out. Oh, yeah, it's all right. But and then it went down the line when they started wanting payments to staying in his woodland and like renting it off him. And then we ignored that, and it's hard work. So basically, just approaching them, but don't approach them for camping. I think if you approach these private woodlands with these trail cameras and just say, I want to trek the wildlife. Do you mind if I put one in here, please? That's how I did it, and it always works because you're not spending too much time in it, are you? If you honestly say, I want to do some camping in there, they'll probably, I don't know. But if you say, I want to put his trail cameras in, that's even better because they're like, oh, he's only in and out, it don't really make no difference. And after a couple of months, you just not asking about spending a night in there. But that was fantastic last question. Or you could just knock on the farm doors, or whatever it is. Say, look, do you mind if I pitch some tent up in your woodland for night, please? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's up to you, but I feel like the trail cameras are an easy access in. Like the 2-acre campsite where I'm going. In winter time, it's brilliant there for hot tent camping. That's where we'll use a lot of the hot tent camps. In winter time again, he wants me to put the trail cameras out because he wants to see what wildlife are running around his site. You see what I mean? They're an insight to the area. I enjoy when you do the different country ration packs. I've got 2 British ones. I've got a French one. I've got an Australian one on its way, apparently. I may have a German one. So I do have a lot of them. But I use them on camps, not just like unboxing them. Your cooking is fun. I think I've seen that last question about permission. Woodland. Homeless people need all the help they can get. Dan, I do agree with that. I enjoy the stealth camp videos you did a while back. We'll be doing more of them. I'm mixing it up to make it interesting, not just keep it on one type of content. Would you recommend vacuum packing clothes when attempting festivals? Vacuum pack, is that where you stick Hoover on them? I might be wrong there. I might not be reading that right. More spacing. Oh, I thought about that myself. Yeah, I know what you mean now. You get the bags, don't you? I thought about that because when you go out camping, even if you're like Permission Woodland or anywhere like that, you always have your food, you have your bottles of water and stuff, what's bulky and heavy. So I thought to myself, I wonder if I could get them Hoover bags where you stick your Hoover on, it sucks all the air out, and put my synthetic sleeping bag in that. So from it being bulk like this, it will probably pack down to a lot smaller. I won't recommend you do it with down sleeping bags, but synthetic sleeping bags would do that. And just things like a towel if you're getting wet. socks, clothes. It's a fantastic idea. I did think about doing it myself because in the morning, you're minus your walks, you've drunk it all, or your alcohol, whatever you take out. Your food's gone because you've eaten it all, or you've left it out for Fox or whatever eats it. So you've got more room in your bag then. So yeah, it is a fantastic idea, vacuum packing them. A lot more room in your rucksack. I wouldn't Paul do it. I had a friend who vacuum packed this stuff. Well, there we go. And the security had a lovely time with his bags. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't do festivals, but I think if you take them out camping, that's a great idea doing that. Can you vacuum pack them when you put them back in at the festival? I don't know. Right, so I don't know if that's the end of my comments. Woodsman, are you interested? Tents on Amazon, any good, pal? Let me read that again. Are them instant tents on Amazon any good? They're all right for your garden. Your pop-up tents, you can pay about up to £200 for a pop-up tent. It's just getting the thing back in its bag, what does my head in. But yeah, some pop-up tents are really good. The cheap, nasty ones, come on, if you're paying under £30 for a tent, I don't know what we're expecting, you know what I mean? We're expecting rubbish. But it's part of the fun, innit? It's just a part of going out, enjoying yourself, not taking yourself too serious, and just having fun, you know, having fun for your viewers, letting people see it in all serious. I wouldn't use any equipment like that when we go to Wainwrights, let's say, or hiking around up on hills. That's different. If I get some sort of equipment set up to make like a shelter and a sleeping system, and it's in a local woodland or permission woodland or a campsite, you know, it makes no difference. If it fails, I can just go home. I don't have to worry about it. I tried it. I look what it was like, and that's how you can do that. Night fishing clubs, where is your favourite? Oh, where is your favourite place you've ever camped? Inverness. Inverness is my favourite place. One night I was just by myself on edge of water. I saw stars like I've never seen in my life because there was no light pollution. And it was just fantastic. And my mate Matt says, Dan, tonight's the night. Northern Lights are here. I'm like, all right, then, nice, yeah. And me being me, I was just like, whatever. So I thought, I'll wait up for him. And I waited and I waited and I waited. And I was just walking around my tent, cold, you know, sitting in my chair. And I thought, oh, there's a load of people sat down beach down there. You know, they must be waiting for these Northern Lights. And I think 12 o'clock come and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to have to go to bed. I'm so tired. And the next day I was driving back down, like a 9.5 hour drive. So I thought, I'm going to bed. I'm too tired. So I said to Matt, oh, I went to bed at 12. He went, Dan, 12:30, the sky was lit up green. It was beautiful. I'm like, damn, I missed the opportunity for that. And then probably one after that were, I don't know where the next one was. There's been so many. But I do know that Inverness one was the best one for me. Would love to see you review 2 tents. The third tent, the Coleman. I can't be buying no more tents now. I didn't, you know, getting the Fox free. I had a little bit of resistance to get it, and then I got it. But I just can't be buying no more tents. Honestly, I've got that many. This is the thing what I'm on about with all my equipment is I'm at the point where I'm going up into my room, and it's depressing seeing all the money spent there. And it's like, right, tents and stuff can go to the scouts. We can get rid of all them. And then the sleeping bags and stuff like that can go to the homeless people. And then scouts turn around and say, well, you know, if you give your tents, if you got the receipts in case they break, we can take it back, you know, and exchange it. I was like, this is the bloody tent. The tents could be over 5 years old. I don't know. And it was just like, I just thought, you know, what's the point of it? It's just hard work with all that. You know, you try to give something away like that to a big group, and that is what they say. It's like, damn, that's ridiculous, really. I really like your videos really make me want to get back into camping. That's good. That's what I do it for. What's your favourite season for camping? So, Chris W Outdoors. I'm sure you know. Best. What's that word called? Best season for camping for me. If I'm going to be right and be honest with you, I'd say winter now because of hot tents. I can set the hot tent up. As soon as I get the tent up, get the stove and the stovepipe in place, get some wood in that stove, you can cook whatever you want in there. And I am, and this is a big insight for 98 people. This is a massive tip here, right? For the hot tents, I am actually learning recipes now, but I will be cooking on the hot tents this season, let's say. Probably from about October time, October, November, December. We're doing hot tent camping then. And each week it will be a different hot tent or a different style I do stuff. But I've seen some fantastic meals what I know I can do. And I'm going to be setting the stoves up in the garden anyway and test cooking them. So I know it works because some of them are fantastic. Some of them are posh meals. And I think that's what people are interested in with the hot tents. They like to see what you can cook. Hands on heart, I don't think the idea of being a hot tent is interesting for some people. I think people are always interested in the thing that you can cook. And I know that because I can tell by my analytics on YouTube. So many times I've been to them when I'm out hot tent camping and the views are up here. 80% of viewers are watching. And then as soon as you've done your food and ate it, they drop off to about 30% people are watching. And then that's how it'll be. So a lot of people just come see what you're cooking. I've done a video where in a hot tent where I had a dehydrated meal and the views went like 8. As soon as I said dehydrated meal, bang, it just dropped off to like 20% of viewers are still watching. And I knew from that day what the viewers are wanting to see. There's going to be lobsters, there's going to be crabs, all that sort of stuff. Posh meals. I'm going to have a apron on. I've got big hot tents what I can do this stuff in. And it's going to be amazing. Full chicken dinners. That's what it's going to be. What do you really think happened in the spooky woods? I watched the video over and over. Well, I don't know what happened, but the footsteps were there. People saying it were the cows in the field. Somebody said an interesting thing, and it really, really got my brain thinking, is this true? Now, there were overhead cables not far. Power cables, whatever they were. And someone says, is your GoPro getting interacting with the cables, high static? I thought that could be a serious possibility. So we will be returning to that woodland and we're just going to see it again. And we're not going to use the GoPro. We're going to have two different sort of devices. We're going to have my GoPro 12 and my phone recording and a GoPro 11. So we're going to have 3 different devices all recording at the same time. Now, on my GoPro 12, what the noise did when I was recording, we'll be recording the video, what I get up to in that bit of woodland. Then the other phones will just be recording footage from a distance, not too far away, away from what I'm doing. And then if the GoPro picks that noise up and it reacts through the speakers, through the overhead power cables, then I can go to the phone and the other GoPro and see if they're doing it as well. If it's picking it up, all 3 devices, then what does that tell us? It's a logic question, logic solution to it. Is it the overhead power cables messing with the mic, the recording stuff within the GoPro? I'm just gonna skip, and I'm not being rude. What do you think about that? I've gone right to the bottom. What do you think about that solution about woodland? It could be due to magnetic interference. Have we got Adam's Rotten Rooms here? Adam, you still boxing? Have we got Adam's Rotten Rooms? Adam in a Wiles on channel. Oh, I didn't set it. Oh, I should have set it to say people can come in. Oh, that's a shame. That we could have had him in the wild on. How do I do this? How do I do it so Adam comes in? Oh, man. We've been going for 30 minutes. I wouldn't... Anyway, let's give it a few minutes. Inspired me to drag the missus out camping. Love your channels. That's great. Sounds like summer walking about to me. It does sound summer walking about, but it was like a dry noise. Like... We don't know, and this is the good thing about this solution, the theory what the person put. Some people say it could have been rabbits underground digging away, but it was too clear as a like footsteps. But is it footsteps because that's the only thing we hear with our ears? Is that the thing we can relate to? Is the footsteps? Yeah, I know I have to send him a link, but I think I set it so no one can come in. Found your channel last week and instant subscribes. You make such cost me a mint getting back into camping. I get that all the time. People really cost me a fortune. Sorry about that. What's this one? Cloud Peak 2 awesome tent. I think I gave that one away on channel, didn't I? Cloud Peak 2 tent. So do you think it could have been the overhead power cables? What do you think? You can just put yes or no if you want. In comments. If you've seen the video, you can just put yes or no. Is Adam still here? Adam, he wanted to come in live? Nah, someone put no, I don't think it was that. Let's get a few more opinions on it first before we go back into it. Those have... they have a different sound, but I don't know. I'm unsure what sounds they have. I've never really experienced that before. Someone else put no. Bobcat, brilliant tent, but inner too saggy. You can solve that. I think that if you put in at YouTube modified Bobcat one, I think it shows you how to do it. Be worth experimenting though. It would be worth experimenting. Cage over your camera and mic will stop interference. Do you play Minecraft? I don't play any games. Like I'm not this with technology. I used to play Medal of Honor, something like that, and I become about 30th best in the world on that game. Hands on heart on that one. And then my hands just won't. I don't know. Just don't want to do things, do they? Then after having lots of experience, I could be. Let me read this because this is interesting. I don't know how to read it. After having lots of spiritual experiences, it could be what known as a spiritual memory, like a playback of history that we could experience and hear. Just a thought. I've heard that. I've heard like in an house, let's say, if it's been like a really shocking murder and something, the house can be locked in that time, and then the house, it just gets locked in a time thing. Because to say, if you see a ghost and you want to see half the legs, or up to the waist, or you want to see the legs or the body, but what they're saying is sometimes there would have been an artificial floor, another floor somewhere, and then another would have been built higher up or lower down. So that's why sometimes you only see the legs, or you might see the top half, because they're walking on a previous level to what you're on. I know that one. You're going to have a night out in your Fox Street. I was going to do it this weekend, but family things just got way too serious this weekend, so didn't have much time to get out, unfortunately. Yeah, I've seen that one. Medal of Honor was brilliant. Karen, thought that too. What sort of sleeping bags do you use? I use Outdoor Vitals sleeping bags. The Centre Zip, Centre Zip sleeping bags, and they're warm like they say they are, and the neck baffle is amazing in it. Well, it's shoulder baffle, so you can go on your shoulders, and the sleeping bag actually comes up like this, and it goes right out, and the Outdoor Vitals sleeping bags are just the best I've ever had, and they're that good. I've just got another one on the way now, so it should be delivered in about a week or two. It comes a hell of a long way. I think it's Canada, Canada, something like that, one of them places. But yeah, Outdoor Vitals sleeping bags. They're expensive, but they will last you a long time if you look after them right. My dad saw his brother after he died. Oh, also saw his sister. Wow. Greetings from Texas, USA. USA. Wow, that's good. Yes, that is an excellent book. Wow, people's chatting away now. I love this when it happens. Have you seen in the bovey? Have you stayed in a bovey? Quite a few times. If you go to the channel, go to the, what's it called, playlists, and you'll see bovey camping. I think we've been in, I can't think now, give us a second, 1, 2, 3 by now. Yeah, 3 bovies. First one were a right joke. Me and Oscar Outdoors kept them up all night snoring. And then, hang on a minute. Team so I've just brought some. I've never got a photo of Team. Anyway, yeah, so me and Oscar Outdoors snoring all night, and it wasn't a happy environment in the morning. And then me and my mate Keith, the Viking Outdoors, we went to another one, and there was a Polish lad, I think he was. He was interesting how his country works, and I love this country because we seem to better do what we want, and not a lot of countries do that. And then other one I camped with Clumbing Lad Outdoors in the bovey. Mate Keith turned up then, and his camping pal. So there were 4 of us in a bovey, no bigger than a prison cell, on the floor with a fire. It was great. Check out some of the videos. They're not far from here. Someone's asked a fantastic question here. What do you prefer, tents? Well, I don't mean it to be cruel. What do you prefer, tents or bovey camping? I prefer tent camping a million times. That's why, you know, if you watch the channel and watch our videos, you know there's always a lot of tents coming up on the channel. Bovey camping is just the Lake Districts. You know, if we're up there and stuff like that. If we find one, it's empty, we just sleep in it. We'll scrap off the tents and we just sleep in that. Hi Dan, you could take a chat. Defend detective. I don't want to turn the channel into a bloody ghost hunting channel, mate. I know what you mean, but I don't want to start going down all that road pretending, you know, we're going to go ghost hunting when we're not. I don't want to go down that road, because the problem is them sort of videos will attract a whole new bunch of subscribers, and then when you upload a camping video or food video, YouTube's sending it to them, not interested, and it gives YouTube a bad impression about your video. And then if no one else replies to your video, what YouTube is sending them, your video just flops. And then once it flops, it don't get shown to the right people. So you've really got to sort of keep it on the niche side of stuff. Now, a bit of insight, I do have a brother who's in prison. So when he gets out, he's madly into the paranormal. So I will be working with him on a channel like that. But right now, it's not for this channel. I do know the old Brick Mills, Alan Brick Mills. Me and Oscar Outdoors are planning going back, staying the night in there very, very soon, because they're knocking it down and building houses, and we want to have another night in this mill what's supposed to be haunted. So I'm looking forward to doing that before they do knock it down. I might get Adam in the Wild there, Colombian Land Outdoors, see if they're in to do with that. Do a team move camp. I could do a team move one, camping list from team move. We could do all that. Have a look from all that stuff. English Woodsman, yeah, just picked up the Fox 2v2. Listen, even though the Fox 3's out, I still don't think it's better than the Fox 2v2. I really don't. I still think the Fox 2 is going to be the best OEX10 was ever been designed. And if you haven't seen the video of me reviewing it, we'll open it and have a look at it. You can check it out. It's a video or two down from this. The woman that Go Outdoors in Leeds, I says to her, I says, this will never be as big as the OX2. And Go Outdoors and OEX know that, she said. She said, yeah, we all know. The OEX sells the Fox 2. She said they can have 100 a week. And every time within that week they go out of stock and somebody else comes and asks for it. Because the OEX Fox 2 is just so popular. She said it's an amazing taste. Everybody loves it. I'll tell you another thing she said. When a couple came round looking for a tent, they were going to buy, I can't remember what tent it was. Anyway, and a Berghaus tent, I think it was. Bright red. To her husband saw the Fox 2 and he says, I've seen that being used on YouTube. I want the Fox 2. So they both got themselves a Fox 2. Greetings, English Woodsman, top man, lad. Thank you very much. One of my camping adventures, you heard footsteps, but no one was around. Yeah, I know. I've just said we might go back there to do a little bit of experiment about the overhead power cables. Love watching your channel. I live in North Coast of Ireland and love wild camping. Love your stories and relaxing, Dan. And relux, Dan. Some of that says I can't read that. I'm sure it's supposed to say reviews, Dan. It's a complete learning curve. If you can't find out, I just do it as you say. That's the way we do it. Let's get out and get it done. KTF. What does that mean? Would you punch a monkey or a small horse? I don't know if that's right. Is he saying that? Would you punch a monkey or a small horse? I don't, mate. Let's give us a second, people. Hard user from channel. I'm not interested in stupid things like that. Been out wild camping a few years, but just started my channel there. Well, look, you've spent years camping. This is a bit of advice, okay? You've spent years camping. You've got the knowledge. You've got the experience. You know what the nights are like. You've probably been out in winter time, so you know the winter nights are long, cold, damp, horrible. You know the summer nights are short nights, lots of light. You know everything about it. So you've already got that massive, I was getting irritated there. You've got that massive advantage to other YouTubers who are just starting camping then and recording then. You've got the gear, if I'm right. Been doing wild camping for years there, so that's what I mean. So you've already got all the experience just to press go and record. You've got it. You've got all the experience. You're going to be fine at that. I think you're going to do brilliant because you're not learning. You know, you still learn every time. Don't get me wrong, but you've got all your knowledge of experience. You've witnessed these long, cold, warm, hot nights and all that stuff. So that will be good for you. Honestly, that will show within your videos. Into the Wild. I will try look out for that channel. Love camping. Still get some gear in the shed. Sadly, due to my health, I have been a bit more. Not well having comfort. Yeah, if you're camping, you don't need to be uncomfortable, do you? So for a camper van now. He said, you know what, I love a camper van. I was saying to Adam in the wild a couple of weeks ago when we were out in woods, I'm thinking about one day getting a little van and just doing the back of it out and doing it like that. But and that I mean then 2 cars and all that stuff and 2 lots of insurances and stuff. It's just like money going to waste. Or I get in the car and just have a camper. I don't know. Problem with paranormal videos is you have to keep making them more and more wild, or they're boring and people stop watching. Loads of fake, I reckon. The problem is, that's right. That's the problem. How far can you continue making videos where you creeped out at camp, or you know what I mean? If you're going to start that, be prepared to go with that and prepared to show more and get bigger and bigger and bigger. Because when most haunted come out, when they started, they were just like walking around buildings, and then one of the TV programs took over and started giving them all this investment for all the equipment, and they went, and then all of a sudden, bang, they fell off at scales. You got to keep up with that stuff. But clickbait for that is very easy, honestly. Would you do it overnight in a graveyard? No, I respect people's family is in that grave. You know what I mean? Someone's loved one is in that grave, in the graveyard. You know, I just don't see why I'd do that. It's just, it's not, look, it's disrespectful. I don't care who's done it on YouTube. I don't care who's got millions of views for it. I just find that really disrespectful. I would hate to know if one of my parents died and I got them buried and I saw a person on YouTube, camping on the grave or sleeping next to the grave just to get views for YouTube. I wouldn't enjoy that. That would really, really boil my blood. But look, people do what they want to do. I've got a team move sleeping mat. That's why I asked the question before. I'm unsure on. I think you're going to buy cheap. It's the issue I keep having. Keep buying cheap, and then by the end of it, all these mats what are no good. What do you think of the Fox Raccoon tent versus the Fox 2? They're both good tents, but then again, I think the Fox 2 is still going to win it. I've got all them tents. I'm going to be getting them all out soon. Put them all out in a line and show them all before I do decide to give them all to scouts. Got some nice gear, purchased it on Temu, better than I thought. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to have a look at it at Temu and stuff. I don't want to be knocking it until I've tried it. Fox 2 was my first tent. Still use it now. That Fox 2 stood up in Storm Kira and it got a right levering. I'm not joking. There were times I was in the tent like that, holding the sides up, and my feet were holding the bottom of the tent. So I was so scared the tent was just going to fly over. And then after a while, when all blood ran out of my hands and I had weak hands, I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. If it collapses, it collapses. And it was going sideways. And the tent is still strong to today. It is a fantastic tent, that one. It really is. Yes, you're live. Yeah, I'm live tonight, Lee. Oh. Hey up, buddy. Whoa, are you that stealth camper? I've done stealth camping videos, if you're the person you think I am. There's quite a few people on YouTube what do it now. But yeah, I do stealth camping now and again. We'll be getting more into it. It's a lot easier to do stealth camping in summertime than it is in the long winter nights. It really is. Like now, what time is it? 9:20. And you can see through my patio doors, we're just getting dark now. So yeah, stealth camping is great in the winter time because it's such short nights. You're not there in your bivy bag or whatever from, say, 4 or 5 o'clock, are you? You don't get that. It's light to about 9 and it goes on to 10 and obviously drops back down. But them nights are so short, it's perfect for stealth camping. Love the Fox 2. We'll never get rid of it. If I give all my tents away, I think the Fox 2 and the Fox 1 is the ones I'll keep. The Jackals, all the rest of them, we'll just give them all to Scouts. Best camp are on the ones where strange noises and odds going on. People love them. And people manipulate the videos to make you think something is going on. And then when someone does have an experience, like the footsteps, people disbelieve it because they've seen so much other rubbish on YouTube. Like, oh, he fakes it, so you can fake it. And then it makes you think, wow, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's your favourite time of the year? Winter time's becoming my favourite now for the hot tent camping because I can cook some magnificent meals. I ran about it earlier on. I'm learning a lot to cook over the summertime with the stoves in the garden. So when it comes to hot tent season in the hot tent, I've got the stuff I can make. Because like I said in the beginning of the stream, when I do hot tent camping, the views are really high. 80% of your views are still there through all the time of it. As soon as I show people what I'm cooking and if I've eaten it and how nice it is, then they drop off. So it shows the food is a massive attraction to them videos. And last time I showed I was out camping, I used a dehydrated meal, it went 80%, bang, right off. Something video rubbish. So yeah, I'm learning a lot of cooking stuff on that soon. Love your channel. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. It's nice to hear this sort of stuff. I did use the Bobcat 1 and after finally getting the pole in place. Yeah, I know what you're saying. The Fox 3 is still a bit of a fight, you know. I wanted more room, so Fox 2, yeah. But yeah, the Fox 3 is a fight. It's unbelievable. I don't know how OEX are not noticing this. You know, I make the videos and I'm getting a lot of comments going, oh, your videos aren't like this. Have you got the best one? Did they send you their best tent where they're all getting the horrible ones? I've had that before. It's like, my tent's hard. Check out the video. I'm fighting with it. Yeah, but I've been accused of getting the ones that work first, and everybody else is getting the cheaper ones. What they've cut corners on. Life is too short. Enjoy it. Enjoy life. Enjoy life. Think back 10 years from now. I'm 31. Do you know where I was? In August last year, 31. At a caravan site, right? That was when I turned 31. Oh, let's say, yeah, 31. And I'm having toast and coffee out at Decking, who's hired this whole caravan off of someone, because we didn't have a lot of money back then. And, well, still don't have a lot of money, but you know what I mean, don't we? And my Emma brought out me some toast and a cup of coffee saying happy birthday to me. And that was really nice, you know, like birthday's always in my head. And then this year, I was in Gran Canaria, waking up, went outside on balcony, I think about 6:30 in the morning, cup of coffee, sitting there just in my evening pants, what I wear at house, no top on, and I was just sitting there and it was lovely and warm. And it's amazing how quick that 10 years went, and it was like, Jesus, that's gone just like that. And can you think back to every day over them last 10 years? No, you can't. You remember a lot of the bad times and the good times. So life's too short to worry about what anybody's thinking, what anybody's doing, what other people want to do, say, think. Your life's ticking by. Got to enjoy it. Screw what other people say. If they don't like it, they can go away and never interact with you. Your life is your life, people, and just bear that in mind. I talked to a friend of mine. I haven't spoken to him for quite a long time now, actually. And his life was going by, and between him and his wife doing nothing. And he did something he shouldn't have done. And then she thought, wow, I didn't realise it was going on like that. And now them two were like close, like glue. You know, and they do everything together, they go everywhere. And that is a problem. If you don't realise what's going on, a shock will make you realise, and then your life comes back to normal. It's crazy how it works. Let's get back to camping, God's sake. Love your videos. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Shout out, Dan. Jamie Outdoors. I don't know. Dan watching from Cornwall. My Emma wants to go to Cornwall. Have you ever had wildlife near you? Yep, load of wildlife. With I think me and Oscar outdoors a couple of years ago, we were camping in private woodland, and my hammock were there, his were there, and we had two foxes, sorry, fighting right in the middle of campsite, and bash, straight into my hammock. So I'm like, bloody hell, what's going on there? And then Scott's under blanket got ripped by one. And then another video what happened, what people don't believe, so I didn't have 1,000 cameras pointing at one direction, is I set up from the bivy bag on top of that, this peak thing, and I just saw something. I went, there's a deer there, and bang, it ran into me, it hurt all my ribs. But oh no, because I didn't get the footage of everything what went on, that didn't bloody happen. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I said to one chap, next time it happens, I'll just say, hang on, mate, you just wait there while I get cameramen here. Get all spotlights up and everything. What is with people, if they don't see every inch of detail, they'll just call you a liar. And that is what's hard, and it's annoying, because they want everything to be damn well perfect, and you can't have that. And there's always Ferrari people in the forest. I might be reading some of these wrong, I really am sorry. Can you give a shout out, please? Emma! Yeah. Here a minute. Let me get this name right. What does this name say? It's simple, but I can't read it.
Right, Rory.
Yeah, Rory. Massive shout out to Rory. I couldn't read your name, so I had to get my Emma. Yeah, massive shout out. Keep up whatever you're doing in life. Enjoy your life and just be happy. Oh, mate, greetings from Switzerland. Wow. Gosh, my ugly face is all around the world tonight, isn't it? Isn't that great? Yeah, sorry about that, people. Who is Rory? Good question. This is Rory. Is that a I don't know if that's a male or female name. By God, I'm digging myself in. Anyway, yeah, big shout out. Question: what is the most important device you take with camping? What is the most important device to take with camping? There's a few, isn't there? I think the main one would be a tent. I think just having a shelter is probably the main one, because you can have a sleeping bag, then you're open to all elements of rain and wind. You can have an air mat to sleep on, but then you're open elements to all the rain and wind again, so you're going to freeze. If in summertime you could get bit to hell by all bugs and stuff. I feel like a tent is probably the main one, because you've got shelter, you're away from everything else, you can zip that door up and get in there. So yeah, I believe a tent is probably the most one you can have. If you could go camping in any country, which country would it be? I don't know. I don't think like that. I don't know. I'm pulling my socks up here because I don't know. I'm finding an answer in my socks, I don't know. I never think like that. I don't know. Good question though. Thank you. I just don't know. I feel bad for not answering it, but if I don't have an answer, I'm not just going to think country, and just name it off at the top of my head. If money was no object, what would you buy? Would you buy top of the range tent and cooking equipment, or still use what you have? Money no object. In life, I'd just buy an house and have my own home right out instead of renting in life. And that's what I'd do. I'd just buy an house outright. That's the only thing I'd ever want in my life. I'm not interested in. I like my car, but I can get public transport for all that sort of stuff. I like the equipment I've got, what I can use, and I'm very reliable. It's reliable and it works all right. But yeah, I just like to own my own home. That's the only thing I'd really like. We started going holidays abroad. 40 odd years old, just started going all day abroad. It's just the way it goes in life, isn't it? Tent box or another roof tent maybe cheaper than a camper. Yeah, I've seen quite a few of them. OX has one and stuff, but I'm not wanting to buy any of theirs. Have you been wild camping, motor camping? I've been wild. Get this right, Daniel. Come on, brain's going dead now. I've been wild camping, motor camping for over 20 years. Glad to see it's still going strong. And after countless tents and hopeless, and honestly, I can't fault the Langchang 2 Pro. No, a lot of people like them Langchang 2 Pros. Quick, compact, lightweight. What's your go-to tent? So my go-to tent, it depends on the year, doesn't it? Time of year. If it were winter time, a QU tent. If it was summertime, outdoor vitals tent. And any other time, the Fox 2. That is that. My QU tent is a hell of a damn good 4 seasons tent. My outdoor vitals is a good summer tent. And the Fox 2 is just a fill-in for everywhere around that. Great question again, thank you. Bottom Outdoors does the same camping each week. People love it. Yeah, people love whatever people like to watch. But eventually it'll get boring doing the same sort of camping. If you've got different locations, I know you went to a viaduct, I watched that. That was good. I was looking at, well, I'm going to be doing that one myself, so who cares? But yeah, that is what you can do. I think the Bolton Outdoors show, I think he does it for a job now, doesn't he? I don't have the stress of that. If I decide not to camp for a month, I don't have the stress of having to make the revenue on YouTube. Start while camping in Northern Ireland last year after being inspired from watching your videos, been making videos, and as well as wish I started 10 years ago. 10 years ago is gone. Let's do it now. Don't worry about it. It was 10 years ago. Someone's put, what's that say there? A little cat in a box. A British flag. Have you ever had wildlife, mate? I've answered that one before. Sack the hotel reviews off. Laugh out loud, bed bugs. I haven't been doing outdoor. The hotel channel for a while now. I think it was just a little bit of a phrase I went for, but I'm still going to do videos on it, just not as much as I did. Fairgrounds, wish I was in Cornwall too. Best place. I'm also got Cornwall. We're going to have to go under. And I'll make sure to ask you questions and apologise if it's already been asked. What tent do you recommend for year-round, also camping in Scotland? All year round. The Fox 2 will do you all year round, but you're talking about Scotland. So try look at the Jackal 2 by OEX. That's ones I know of. That's pretty good. Who's killing Emma's still viewing. Emma, can I have a drink, please? I know she's watching, so I'll ask her to have a drink. I've got the Vango 200. It's great. I think the OEX tent's starting to look a little bit like that. The Fox 3. Yeah, they are brilliant. Yeah, they are brilliant. Keep everyone on edge. Will you ever do a live stream whilst camping? I did that a couple of weeks ago in a hot tent. But yeah, we'll do it. If we've got good signal, we can do that. It's no big problem, that. What's happening, Dan? Oh, yeah, well, I'm fine, thank you. Really, really fine. Got work tomorrow, but we have to do it, don't we? Been watching your channel for a couple of years. Love it, thank you. Thank you very much. It's good to know we've got a lot of long-time subscribers here as well. I have just spent a weekend building a wooden hammock frame. Just tried it. It works. I did that in garden. It was pretty good. And I went to Aldi or Lidl, and they had a big metal frame, so I just got that one instead. And I tell you what I did. You know, you're gonna laugh your head off at this, people. We were August, we had a bit of a heat wave one weekend, didn't we? And the Saturday, Sunday, the heat wave, I think it was Sunday, and I tried this sun cream stuff that I got enough holiday. I thought, wow, it's red hot, laying in my hammock in garden. So I put this sun cream all over my oil. Well, I put it everywhere, and I thought, right, let's hope this sun cream works, because it was quite a lot warmer in Gran Canaria, 31, 32, I think it was. So I thought, right, let's test this sun cream. I lay in there like, I thought I was bloody amazing, you know, and I'm going, oh yeah, no, you're not going to get me. Little power nap, woke up, night time come, all here. I missed with the cream, well, spray, whatever. Oh, it was so red. I'm being serious. And anyway, I thought 1 week from now, I'm going to Gran Canaria, and I've got this massive burn here. Oh, it was horrendous, and thankfully it went down. But for 2 whole days, it was like, even moving, it was like, Jesus, I can't do this. And it was going to be the case where I go out and leave my t-shirt on. But thankfully, it started dying down the Wednesday further. I think we went on the Friday the Saturday or Sunday, one of them. Anyway, yeah, it just died down from me. But I just laid down thinking, anyway, what a story. What a story. I remember the deer incident. Yeah, I remember it. I still get a little bit of pain when I sneeze on this side here a bit. But I didn't get a full footage. You know, I didn't get the deer going, oh, you. I didn't get it. So people, you know, some people didn't believe it. But, you know, it just is what it is. Can you get a fisherman bed or fishing bed in the Fox Free? I still think it'd be a bit squash, that. Yeah, I think you could try it. The one I use for my hammock from the hot tents, let's say, you could try it, but I think it'd be like, the top's going to be all right, so it goes down like that, doesn't it? And your bed would be there. But I think at the bottom where your feet are going to be, I think you're going to push your sleeping bag up to the material. So if you have a condensation, you're going to start getting your sleeping bag wet and stuff. I did that in that hot tent, didn't I? And that were horrendous. But I'm thinking about buying a fishing bivy bed thing, you know, it goes over like a built-in sleeping bag. Or if not, I'll just get rid of that one. But I don't want to, a mate give me that. Buy a brand new one for hot tents. Because when you're hot tent camping and you're going to be in your tents a hell of a long time at winter time, aren't you? You could be in your hot tent from 4 o'clock to about 8 o'clock next morning. So what's that, 12, 13, 14, 16 hours? It's a long time. So to be on a comfortable bed in the middle of your hot tent with your stove going, cooking your beautiful dinner with a lantern, you've got your water boiling for a coffee. There's not better than being comfortable. Honestly, it's not a competition. Don't care what the next person's doing at the tent over there. He might be having a horrible time. But I'll tell you one thing as well, I learned a lot about YouTube. And you're going to laugh about this, and it's the truth, okay? See this? This is me being serious. This is my serious look. I watched this fellow on YouTube, right? I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to cause him any, you know, laughter or humiliation, if that's the right word. Wow, it's a big word for me, that. And let me get a drink. I'll be in a second. You'll like this story. I need a drink. Right, I'm back. I'm back. Anyway, the story. I wonder if people joined in and thought, why are you watching a set of curtains? Yeah, I tell you, one time we had these old doors there, right, and any wind and blinds, it'd like, so I'd spend a bit of money changing them doors. Anyway, my dear Sam has brought me a drinking. Thank you, love. Well, if I say my Emma, my mate's take Mick out of me. Right, let's just skip down bottom edge because there's a lot here. Right, and it's is it? Did Did a hot temperature camp recently. Right, oh, we're back to that story, aren't we? Sorry, there's just someone here and he's asking any more spooky camps coming. I'm not gonna go somewhere just to get a spooky camping. I'm not chasing them sort of videos. It's just chasing the wrong viewers. If it happens or something strange, it happens. But I'm not chasing videos just to get some. Anyway, back to this video. Hang on. Back to the serious stage now. God, that's looking ginger, isn't it? Right, anyway, back to the video. I'm getting sidetracked. I set up the Gertop bivy or the Fox 2 inside. Yeah, hot tent. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that with some hot tents. Hammock hot tents, the big frame. Anyway, back to the story. Back to the story. So, I watched this fellow on YouTube. I know him well. Not Scott or anybody like that. I'm going to sneeze. Put myself off again, look. Excuse me, give us a second. This is going to go on now for a little bit. Anyway, back to the story. We're not looking for a Bigfoot. No, we're not looking for a Bigfoot. If Bigfoot comes along and says hello, whip it up. I want to say the story, but I keep sneezing. Wow. Right. Am I stoned? No, I'm not stoned. I've never touched drugs in my life. There goes the answer, Joe. So back to the story is, watched the fella on YouTube and he was saying in the video what a fantastic night he had. It was the best night he had. Everything was fantastic about this tent. He was saying, this is you should get all this equipment. You'll never have a night like this in your life. It was absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy. Saying all this stuff. And anyway, he messaged me about a day or two later. And he went, have you ever seen this tent? So he sent me the tent. I think it was a nature hike tent. Ridiculous. It's stupid. Kept popping out. Poles were coming out all the time. And he sent me videos. And you could tell it was badly designed. You know, I've had the worst night's sleep in my life. Everything went wrong. I got wet. Everything, my sleeping bag was wet. It was ridiculous. And this was a voice message, you know, on Facebook. And I looked at this video and I thought, you're telling people equipment there was the best you've ever had. So I said it to him. I said, mate, you've done that video. And you've made out, but that's the best equipment ever made for camping. And now you're telling me this really happened. He went, oh, it was ridiculous, Dan. I'll never use that again. So I said to myself, well, why you got a video on YouTube telling people it's the best equipment you've ever had? So what if people go buy that first time and you're going to have this issue? Oh, well, I'll think about it. And a week later, he sent a message going, oh, I deleted the video. He said, you were right. That's the story behind it, innit? Just because someone says they're having a good time, it don't mean they are. They might be. But that's what I mean by camping. You've got to make sure, right, you're having a good time. You're enjoying what you do. It's just comfortable happiness. But yeah, that's the sort of things you need to look out for. Someone said, read my head. Joseph, read my mind. I'm not stoned. I've never touched drugs in my bloody life, me. Oh, let's read it. He didn't say that to her. He said it to someone else, didn't he? Justin, what did Justin say? Anyway, forget scary camps. Have you got the Ferbentus sweet and sour? Yeah. Shall I get it? No. Is there any point in getting it? No, there's no point in getting it. Yeah, I've got that one. I've got the that one and the chicken tikka. I just need to order a meal. What isn't fire pot? Bloody hell, I'm proper slapping them out. Order a meal. What isn't a fire pot? I've got another brand in mind, and it's expensive. It's an expensive one, but I think it'll make a brilliant video. How would you approach landowners to get? I've already said that one. Go up to landowner, buy yourself a trail camera off Amazon, 20, £30, yeah. About 30, £40. And says, would you mind if I leave this in your woodland to track deers and stuff? Or animals what may be around? Get to know him. Ask, can you do a camp in it? And away you go. Get revenge on the deer. Well, no, because the same deer actually barged at a 2 years old, believe it or not, in the pram. But I never came to channel about that because I couldn't be asked with all the people, going on about it. The father story is the father went behind the tree to have a little, whiz, and then the deer just ran out. The father scared the deer, ran out, and actually almost ran into the pram. And one of the witnesses said the other side of it said the deer won't run it, actually had its head down trying to go, but someone moved it. So it's a few times the deer has done that when it's been scared. But just no one wants to believe it unless you've got spotlights everywhere, recording, infrared, night vision, and then they still say it's bloody fake. I'm happy camping in the garden with all the wildlife we have, but I'm happy camping in the garden with all the wildlife we have, but I'm not so sure the neighbours are happy with my snoring. I always wonder that, especially solo camping. If you're snoring, there's people walking past and like, weirdo. Showers. What, the for Brentness meal thing? I want a good pop-up tent. Amazon's good for that. A good pop-up tent. Yep, confirmed. Lots of YouTubers talk BS. That's why I like your videos. A lot of people do talk like that, It's sad, but they're painting the wrong impression for the people that want to do camping in the great outdoors. And it is really bad what they're doing. I'm not saying everybody's at it, but it is bad. If you're having a shy time, let's say that quietly. If they're having a rubbish time camping, just say they're having a rubbish time. You know what I mean? It might get people to go, oh yeah, I'm not getting that tent then. Oh, I'm not getting that sleeping bag. I can't use sleeping bag side zips anymore. I'm honest about it. I love the centre zip sleeping bags. That's why I'm only using from now on Outdoor Vital sleeping bags. Because they're reliable, they do what they do, they last, and it's a centre zip. But eventually someone will say you're sponsored by him. That is what you get. Just because you use a piece of equipment, well, you're sponsored by him. But let's put it like this. If someone starts a YouTube channel up and they go buy all Outdoor Vitals equipment or OEX stuff, if they've got 5 subscribers, I won't say it to them. Like me, I've got 104,000 or something. I don't get all the views, but all them people have subscribed. So when you get something new, people, oh, you've had that sound. Yeah, because you've got a big channel. That's how daft it is. Just be honest with your equipment. Honestly. Which OEX, which Fox is your go-to now? Fox 2? And what? The Fox 2 will always be the one. View Fox V2 is on Amazon. Yep. I've got them meal bags you recommended, work really well, and you can seal them. Oh, that's here. Get them recommended, works really well. You can seal them on a gas stove and leave £20 on them. Oh, and save £20 on the sealer. All right, yeah. So get what you mean now. The sealer where you put the bag in, you press it down. He says you can do that on the stove. The low gas, just run it over, I presume, if I'm right there. If it works, it works. You know what I mean? If it works, it works. I just looked out of my living room window and saw fox and badger. Love it. Wow. We have foxes, but they come round really early in the morning. I need a sleeping bag for 4 seasons. Uh, I need a sleeping bag for 4 seasons. What do you recommend? Outdoor Vitals. Look, they're expensive, but they're bloody well good. Look up on YouTube. But the thing is, what I would recommend as well is popping to go outdoors where you can actually feel the bag. You know, the feel of the sleeping bag. If you're going to be out in winter time, do get a good one. Just get a good one. I know it's going to be expensive, but you think how many times you camp over winter to how long that's going to be stored away for, and the next winter you've got that bag again. But I use Outdoor Vitals all the time now. They're the bag for me, and it's no sponsor, it's no freebies. It's just that's how it goes. If you say to me, "Oh, Dan, would you like one of these bags?" I'm like, "You can do, but I'm not doing a review video on it. I'm not going to promote it or all that sort of stuff." The Outdoor Vitals saw that I popped my very first one, and then they said, "Oh, would you like me to replace that for you?" And they sent me one out for free. But that's as far as it went. I received a bag and that writ. No more conversations backwards and forwards. They just said, "Oh, your bag's one of the older versions now. Would you like one of the new ones?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, please." That was as far as it went. You know what I mean? It's like you don't. I don't know what I'm saying. I've gone brain farted there, but Outdoor Vitals are good ones. And I'm not saying that because they've sent me one good sleeping bag. I'm saying it because they work hell and well for me. I personally find Fox equipment is amazing. Thoughts on the coyote is a nightmare. Yeah, put it up. Poles too tight. They're all too tight. I don't know what OEX are doing, and they're never listening to us. What they like to do is, and you know, they could be in this chat now for all I know, but I don't really care. The sit, look, OEX, how many have we got in? 66 people. Let's just quickly read this and I'll tell you something. Snugpat Elite 4, decent sleeping bag, right. Have you ever set your tent on fire? Nope, never set my tent on fire. Sleeping bags or quilts? Both. I like sleeping bags and quilts. For the sleeping bag, they have me Outdoor Vitals. For the quilt, it's my One Wing Down quilt. All day, good one. OEX, oh yeah. So let's go back to the OEX one. People think OEX is a brand of their own. Well, it isn't. What OEX is, it's a part of a design team. Now, in that design team, there's Van Gogh, Berghaus, Euro Hike. There's another one. But yeah, let's concentrate on them ones. Berghaus, OEX, Van Gogh, Euro Hike. There's another one. I can't get it in my head. But there's another one there. But yeah, just them ones. So what they'll do is they'll get a tent from a designer and they'll get it out, in fact, in the design area, and they'll put the tent on the floor and then they say, right, what brand does this suit the best? Now, I'm not chatting, you know, any BS here. This is the gospel truth. OX told me this. So they'll say, what brand is this? And they'll say, right, so it looks more like an OEX, but can we get away with Van Gogh? That's why if you look for the Bobcat, one big pole across, they've got the same tent in Berghaus, but in bright red. So what they did is they took the bright red tent Berghaus one, sent it to the designers to be made in the OEX green colour, and it's called it the Bobcat. And then that's how they did it. Euro Hike is a bit less quality in it, so that's where it is at. But that's why now you might see the OEX brand, the inners look very, very similar to the Van Gogh inners, the colour wise. That is what they're doing. And that's as it is. So when people go, how can I get hold of OEX? You can't. It's not a brand, it's just a name of a brand, but the design team are based for every one of them brands together. And that's how they work. Have you ever set your tent on fire? Have I read that? What's your thoughts on the ground sheet? ground sheet underneath a tent that already has swollen in one. Don't know. I think the more protection you get underneath, the better for your tent is a lot better. Me Outdoor Vitals one. I watched a video. I'm watching a video on YouTube this morning. Sunday morning, I always get up bright and early. Coffee, watch some YouTube. And my Outdoor Vital video played of the tent, Dominion one-man tent. And I actually had a problem, but I didn't realise it was a problem. And I was looking at it this morning going, why don't I just cut that, attach it to that, and then all them just fit on that? And I'm like, why had I done that? And I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm going to do it in a video. I don't know when it will be, but it will be a video on the channel. And I'm going to modify it. It's so simple. And with it being so bloody simple, it's like, why haven't I done this already? Pitch around 30-minute pause. Now bent out of shape. Oh, yeah. I hate my OEX. Coyote, pitch around 30 times. Yeah, the bender out there. They just don't listen to us, mate. Honestly, just do not listen. Even Dan, my Van Gogh here is green with a yellow inner. Bob Head, my number one fan. Been, oh wow, I don't even know what stage of my YouTube career Bob's been around. But there we go. You see that? That's me giving the right information out. I'm not sitting here telling you a load of rubbish. That's my truth. You know, I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the right stuff, not different stuff what other people are saying. I'm telling you the information, what is right. You can't contact OEX like that. You can't contact Van Gogh. You know, you can't contact Berghaus because it's all part of the same design team. And what they do is sit around a table and go, oh, that's a really good idea. Let's put a zip stopper on a little small poxy tent just for the hell of it. If you watch the free review, you'll know what I mean. You go around with zip like that, and just you get there, it stops. And you've got to reach back down to the tent to zip the other side up. It's absolutely mental. And someone said the other day, is it a way, because you have to zip about that much up with another part of the zip. Someone said it help the airflow. Well, that'll just allow mosquitoes and bugs in all night long if that's what you have that open. Someone said it's a safety feature so you know where the zip is. That's absolutely rubbish. I want my zip at top at 10. If I know something's wrong, I know my zips will be at the top to unzip it to get out. I don't want to get up and then if there's anything going on in my tent what's dangerous, I don't want to get up and have to go right down bottom to zip the tent up. I don't want that. I want to be able to just go, something's not right, zip, and I'm out of my tent. They do stupid things. And it's surprising OEX has not even had a decency to get one of their tents where poles are hard, right, and tested this. Because if they did, the new tents, Fox 3, they wouldn't have the same issue. They would have gone, we need to mark that issue down and sort it out. But they don't. They just continue allowing it to happen. Bob's been around from the beginning. I've never understood that on my Fox 2 V2. The little stupid stopper. It's a safety thing. But would you not prefer you zip right at the top of the door so when you unzip it, it's going all the way in one floor so you can get out? You know what I mean? It's just stupid. I don't see why they want to do stuff like that. Zip stop to find the zip in the dark, I think. Yeah, but if we zip the zip up there, you know where your zip is. You know what I mean? You know where the zip is. It doesn't matter if it's halfway down the tent or halfway up the tent. You know where your zip is in case of an emergency. Sit up, reach right down and unzip it. I'm sure it's a little quicker to go, there's my zip, bang. It's just stupid. You know where your zip is on a tent. I do appreciate your comment though. I really do. Weird design choice. Exactly. It's just stupid. I just cut them off. Get rid of them and I'm done with that. That has mini zip at the bottom too. The stopper thing. Just cut the little bit of material off. Just get rid of it. It's pointless. It's a bit of airflow. What a pile of rubbish. It's just a safety thing. I bet health and safety put that on. I bet health and safety come around and go, plenty of tents here, isn't there? What can we do? What can we do just to annoy them a little bit more? What can we do just to tease them so they really get wound up? Let's add a bit of material there. Oh, Dave. Oh, Dave, that's brilliant, Dave. High five, Dave. Cracking idea. That'll really get to them. But what we're going to say it's for, though, safety. It's health and safety. They go back to their work. Boss, we've done this. This is what we thought of with the tents. And the boss is just like, you're making me money. Whatever. They don't give a toss. And at meantime, people like us using it, thinking it's absolutely stupid. Get them off. Give them the snip. Get rid of them. Absolutely went full, complete zip. Flux tail, Matt. Do you still use it? I've got these two here. I ran about this earlier. I've got the Flux 5 there. I was testing them because there are a lot of people have been saying they've been leaking. So I've been testing my air mats today because I'm seriously struggling to find air mats, but want to stay up. I've got the Flux 7 here. Yeah, the Flux 7 here. I can't find the bag for it though, but blew this up, got on it, absolutely fine. It didn't go down, but it did go down in cold weather. So that's no good if you're saying it's a winter mat, is it? It goes down because of the cold weather. Wow, it's not a winter mat, is it? I'm struggling. I've got another mat on being delivered. I've got the Outdoor Vitals one, what's good, but it's slippy. I need to work something out with that. It's a really, really slippy mat, that is. Outlast OAX don't use fiberglass poles like Mango. They're doing some of the tents in the hyena tent. So yeah, they do use fiberglass poles, mate. Just not often, but they do it. I just joined. What's happening? We were just having a general chat, mate, really. Chatting about what, basically we've started banging on about OAX and the designs and stuff. And then we've been chatting about spooky woodland and then best place we've been camping and stuff like that. And I'm getting tired because my eyes are looking at that. And I've been saying stuff on what I've noticed on YouTube over years and stuff. YouTube, can we just skip some of these questions? I will read them back, honestly. So, let me know what you think. Do we all think these YouTube shorts and TikTok and all that lot are ruining YouTube? Us people who do the videos notice it. But as people watch them, do you find it's like you're getting pushed more shorts for you to watch than long form videos? Just put yeah if you do. No, you can comment if you want. I felt like the Fox one was like a coughing, so would need to learn a type of it. The Fox one's good for stealth camping, especially in summertime. You're in at 10 o'clock and you can get up again at 4:30 if you want to do, and just go home. It makes no difference. You've spent your night outside, you've done what you want to do. But yeah, the Fox one is brilliant for summertime camping as well. But yeah, it's like a coffin. My Fox fan is fine, but slippy also. Yeah, what you can do is get a little bit of silicone, and on where it ridges up, just put a blob of silicone on it in certain spots, and then rub it a little bit and let it dry out, and then it performs like a grip on it. But then what I'll do is after your time moving around and stuff like that, eventually the silicone will come off. So you just put a little bit more on. But I'm sure you can get sleeping bag grip for air mats. So check that out on Amazon. I think you can get that. Yes, absolutely. The shorts. Nipply, whatever it means. Yeah, all the shorts and stuff are just ruining long form videos. It's my channel. Yeah. Or did you, Chris W Outdoors? You put it helps my channel now. It looked like you say it helps my channel. Put some silicone. Yeah, we just said that about silicone on Matt. I don't tend to watch the shorts myself. Just ignore my Meg. I didn't even read it. I don't know, sorry. Right, where are we? Let's see this one. What's happening with the hotel? We're going to do some more videos for the hotel channel. Just it's getting back into it. I had a couple of some of them where I went and they were recognising us, so we got turned away because the room wasn't ready. And then we went, and then the manager wasn't there. Then we went, and all of a sudden they ignored your phone. They don't answer the door to you. And then we found out, but some of them in Blackpool, well, most of them, they made like a Facebook group based on us people that did the hotel reviews. And I know this because I've got a good friend of mine who's got an hotel in Blackpool. And he says, Dan, they came round with this book. He says, and, well, book, Facebook, let's say. And we're getting them to join it. So you need to join it because these people coming here and doing this and this. These are the people what are doing it now, and my face popped up. Adams did, and a couple of other ones. So that explained why we weren't getting much success getting into them. And then it came at a point where I was driving down there, and then instead of spending cheap ones, I ended up spending like 80, 90 quid a night in an hotel, what's perfect just for somewhere to sleep, or we're just driving back. My local one, I just did my city hotel. I went there, they caught me on the camera, Scott asked me to leave. It just become like, is it really worth it? But we will do some. I'm not sure if I'll probably vlog my holiday in August on there for 2 weeks. So I don't know if people would want to see it on that channel, but I'll work that out later on in time. But no, they haven't stopped. We're just having problems. I have the Thermalite. A lot of people talk about the Thermalite ones. Good boxing. Yes, the fight last night. Wow, that was an incredible good fight. Yeah, that were a good fight. I'm not sure I scored it Eubank win, but I think it might have been more of a draw. But after the situation with how the dad's fight went, I think Eubank must have nicked it a little bit more than I've seen. But I'm not a professional. But what a fight. I've never seen a boxing match like that in my life. Shorts are okay for snippets of information, but prefer long form videos. I need to see what that what was his name again? I'm useless at this. Chris W Outdoors. Did he say they helped this channel? Go do a haunted hotel series. Could do something interesting with it. Pray for you. I hope you are doing okay, Ian. I know what that is like. Myself, let's check him out. Sorry, I must have missed that one. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I missed it. Let's go have a look. Hi, pal. I've been watching your vids last year or so. Really helped me out having something to tune into with the issues. In a lot of a better place now. As long as you're in a better place, mate, that's what the main thing is. What you got to try, I don't ever suffer with, I don't know what you've been doing, but you know, there's always going to be a better day. There's always going to be a better time. And in time, things will get better and better. I don't know what's going on. But, splitting with the missus. That's a bonus, mate. If you split with your missus, mate, it's time for a party. I'm joking, trying to have a bit of sense of humour. Splitting with the missus. Look, mate, get over it. You've split up. Stop whinging. Get out there. Live your life. Tinder, plenty of fish. Get out and enjoy yourself. I'm being serious. Don't Why are you going to worry about what's happened? You loved her, you loved each other. It's done with, mate. I'm being truthful here, right? Enjoy your bloody life. You get one shot. That story's ended. Start a new one. Get on with it. Stop whinging about your split with your missus. Stop letting it get you down. You're never going to get back together. You're spending your life worrying about what's just happened. See the door. See the open book. It's blank pages. Come on. I'm being serious. Life's too short to be upset and to be worked out. Yeah, you've had years of happiness, holidays, kids. I don't know I'm just saying. If it's over, it's over. Get yourself out there. Have a good time. Just get on with it. The more time you spend whinging about it, lad, the more time you're wasting to have your life. You're being given a doorway, what many men would think of, but they daren't separate from the partners. That's what I think. You got one shot, get on with it. Stop worrying about what's happened. Yeah, I could be wrong, but that's how I think you should look at it. Let's see what the comments think. Go camping. Exactly. Get out there, lad. Stop worrying about everything. Unless there's kids involved. I get kids involved. I've been through a separation with kids. I get that. That is where it becomes harder. But you're still going to be a person. You can be a dad as well as have a good buddy time in life. You know what I mean? You can be both. But yeah, it is hard if there's kids involved. Camping out in a long, love it. I love it. Woodsman, just stop. Stands up. Be seen, be proud. Hey, let's get on with stuff. Absolutely true. I was depressed. Was that say depressed? Depressed when depressed to separate with the ex. I did. I might have read that wrong. So absolute, Dan. See what I mean? Yeah, and everyone's telling you the same thing, mate. You must have known it was coming to an end. It's not like, let's be honest, I don't want to say that. Imagine just losing your loved one in a split of a minute. You go to the shop, you come home, something's happened to him. You got to wait, you come home, something's happened to him. That is the worst thing. I know a friend who did that. That's why I'm saying it. That is the worst thing. But I would struggle. But if your relationship's coming to an end, then at the end of the day, you know it's happening. You might love with all your heart, but it's not either way. Just get on with life. Bloody hell, mate. Come on. From watching your videos, me and the wife have brought a tent. Hey, I'm not saying fellas or missus leave your partners because I said that. Don't mean everyone's going to have a good time, all right? Don't be sitting there looking at your wife and going, he's bloody right, him. I'm getting rid of her. Or, oh, he's a lazy little shit. Look at him sitting outside here drinking and getting rid of him. I'm just saying it for him. You know, what he should do. Packing your bags and leaving your partner, buddy. And the wife have brought a tent and some gear, looking for some good places to go camping in Yorkshire. If you're going to start in Yorkshire, you're just looking for like a little campsite. Look up 2 acre campsite. He's got a Facebook group, 2 acre campsite. Look up that. I don't know if it's 2 is in a word or 2 is a number. But yeah, look out, 2 acre campsite. I think it charges you like £15 a pitch, but it's the best place. You've probably seen it on my channel. It's the best place you can ever be for camping. And that is still cheap for campsites. And then second night, it gives you a discount as well because you're there for the first night. Buy a tent, yeah, and enjoy it. There we go. Andy outside. Hello, Dan. Hello, Dan. Okay, what if she wants a ride 5 times a day? What if she wants a ride 5 times a day? Enjoy yourself. I don't know if I'm reading that correct. Laugh out loud. Hi, Dan. And the outside said hi, Dan 3 times. I could be wrong about that, people. But you know, Everything's just too short in life. Time will go by. And people always find somebody else to love. And then when they love somebody else, they think, wow, this is my life. This is everything. And that's what happens. What's my opinion on hammock camping? Have I brought one or only been in it twice? I'm not a lover of hammock camping in the winter times. Not when I've got hot tents and good tents. Summer nights, short nights, I don't mind hammock camping. Even hammock camping in a hot tent, I'm not too keen on that. I like the idea of moving around in the winter because you're laid down for a long time through winter time, and it does get annoying. No toy boys want to be woke up at 5 in the morning and get your boots on and go riding. Hey, careful, might be kids on this. Hi Dan and all. AH377, hi Dan, come down to Somerset and spend some time. I can't ever say I will because I can't make plans in life. I camp every weekend. My wife loves it when I go out of her way. And my postman is always smiling. Hey, listen, mate, if he's smiling, you're out camping. It's a happy life all around. I get this Amazon driver. Every time I go out, some Amazon driver's here. I'm only joking. No, I'm not joking. God, my Emma will kill me for saying that. But yeah, it's mugs and kids that keep most couples together. If it wasn't for that, most would do a runner within 2 years. I agree with that. I know a friend what's with a partner, probably for the one side of that lot anyway. But yeah, that is true. You think, well, I've got my kids, I've got my mortgage. If I go, I lose all this, I lose my kids. It's the truth, but you can be a dad without being there full time, or you can be a mother without being there full time. It's common these days. A long time ago, it was different. Your mum and dad's never split up. But end of the day, I try to explain it to one of my lads from my ex-partners that, like, to have a parent, it's more, kids just see parents, mum and dad. But to have that connection for the mum and dad in their way, a partner, life partner, and all that other stuff, if that ain't there, then there shouldn't be a mum and dad around. Because this friction between these two, unhappiness and sadness, the kids are going to see it. They'll be unhappy for a few months when one partner drifts away, but one parent drifts away. But over time, the kids bounce back from it. Not all of them. Some will carry it on and demand 20,000 Christmas presents from each side and stuff. But kids don't see that, do they? They just see that's my mum and that's my dad. They don't see, but it's partners. You got a lot with a couple. And if that's gone, it's gone. There's no point hanging around. It's pointless. Good job, I'm not a marathon. I don't work on marathons. Fleming, whatever. Yeah, I heard what you're saying. I don't like to swear in a hammock that much. Nah, not all night in a hammock. I can't cope with that. Love your stoves. Oh, thank you, Peter. I'm on about getting some more of them cut very soon. Are you planning on doing a stealth camp soon? Very soon. Very, very soon. Hi, I'm really keen to see you camp out in more ridiculous, what does that say, combined shelters. Yeah, I've got some plans, but it depends what I can get from shops. Like a princess pop-up tent. You never know. Who knows, people? We've got to stand out. Do you feel we're too exposed in a hammock? Yeah, I do. In a hammock, if I don't have a tarp, I just have the hammock, I can't sleep. I'm too exposed, it's too open, I just don't like the idea of it. With the one-winged hammock, you can put the hammock in the tarp. You can bring the tarp right down so you can close the sides up like a roof pitch. and then it's like a tent over the hammock. That's a lot better. Hi from Wales. My missus and I have been together since 1992. We met at a rave. We have 3 kids. 2 are adults. 1 is 21. Yesterday, one is 21. Is still an adult now, isn't it? Me and my Emma been together 18 years. I think, and I feel everything's all right. I think it's a good laugh with her. And we're going on holiday for the first time together in August for 2 weeks. And in 18 years, that will be the longest time. In 18 years, we have spent together for 2 weeks without any kids. Like kids now, 20, 22, 21, 19, and the youngest will be 18 this year. So it's like the first time in all these years we spent 2 nights together when we go away for the weekend, but to spend the whole 2 weeks together, we've never ever done that. And we're both looking forward to that. And it's like, as time ticks by, we're looking more and more excited to go away together for 2 weeks, just me and Emma. It's strange, but it's a real lovely feeling to have. Are you sure you never lived in Devon, mate? Nope. Would you go off-grid camping, foraging around? I don't. The idea of foraging is crazy. Because I'd pick something what you're not meant to pick. I try to learn things, but then I forget them, so it's quite like hard work. I have no problem in building like some sort of shelter to sleep in. I could do that, lighting fire from everything around you, like different sorts of material in the woodland that can help you light fires. I have no problem in that, but recognising certain mushrooms you can eat and stuff, I couldn't ever do that. Not much with bug net, hammock and tarp. No, I'm a 50-50 with hammocks. The system behind together, but then people forget we are all treated as a single person. Income and rights. Yep. And mate, it's given and take it in. What is a safe way to heat a normal tent? If it's winter time, get some water bottles. If you take a spare bottle where you can fill it up from the river in Woodland or wherever, and you can just boil that up and pour it into a water bottle. I've done it where I've had 2 hot water bottles, one at the bottom of the tent on my coat, so it warms up the air in the tent, and then one inside my sleeping bag. I've done that. I've used the metal water bottles in the sleeping bag with me. I burnt my balls a bit, but that's what I did. To use that to warm up the sleeping bag as well. That was pretty good. There's plenty of other ways, but there's no safe way, let's say, like fire, candles and stuff. I wouldn't recommend any of that. Just try to use water bottles or bottles, like metal bottles with good solid lids. Okay, yes it is. Easy, big man. What time is it? Wow, people, we're going to stay on another 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, and then we're going to be getting going because I've got work in the morning and I've got to be up really early. I tell you what, we're going to get off, people, so I can say bye to everyone. I appreciate everyone's being here tonight. 2 hours. Intending to do 2 hours, like I always say that. But Jan, if you're here, stay strong, mate. Yeah, Dan and everyone else, good evening. I'm sorry for people who are just coming now, but we're going out. It's nearly, I think it's 10:30. I'll just get them meal things. Wait a minute. Oh, my back. Oh. Right, I'm back. Quickly show you this, what we were on about earlier. So this is another one I need to try do for Benter's chicken tikka. I need to find a meal to match that to do a video of it. And then we've got a sweet and sour chicken. So we need to find a meal to go with that one to do a compare video. And this one here, adventure menu, I got this off of camperslist.com. Same with all the fire pot ones that I keep showing. Honey, chicken wings, honey and chili. So there's actually chicken wings in here. So I'll bring them to a video sooner or later. And this is some sort of stew by fire pot. Mellow feel good stew straight from an Italian home kitchen with white beans, fresh cloves. Anyway, yeah. So that's one we will be bringing to the channel as well very soon. Dan, what is the one camp out adventure that you're not done but on the list? There's one, I can't say too much about it because it's going to give it away and nobody else has been there yet, but I can guarantee it will happen. There's some things, I'm not going to say too much. Yeah, there's a camp coming up, what I'm going to be doing. I can't say too much about it because there's only me and a couple of other people know about this place, but it's got something there what's very unique, what no one knows what it's there for. So we will be showing that one. Chris W Outdoors, did you say shorts helped your channel? Can you quickly comment yeah or no about that? So I'm interested in, if shorts help grow your channel, I'll be looking at doing more shorts. Going to B&M tomorrow. Now, yeah, there's plenty there. There's, I think, about 4 or 5 different flavours now. I've got a funny feeling they're going to bring more out because I think the video what I did sent them popular. Are those meals you picked up? Hang on, we're going to have to go soon anyway. Those meals you picked up from B&M look good, mate, I think, for Benter's ones. Yeah, they're nice, honestly. Say the £2, they're really nice. You've been to Wales and done a camp? No, but we did plan to come to Wales sometime. Kay put, love you, Dan. Oh, that's very nice of you, thank you. Oh, that's not my ex. You might have missed the question, but I think it's important. Have you had any real experience with what might be Bigfoot? Oh, do I really want to talk about this now? Do I really want to talk about it? I don't know. Yeah, mate, so they do a good way to get a bit of watch time. I want to get some... so I didn't really tell my Emma this till about we were about to go Sherwood Forest. First time we went, there was Paul Clumbin lad in front of me in his car, and I was like behind him. So there was like load of dust, and I thought I saw like this creature thing like kneeling down near this big post thing, and I never said out about it, but Roy's in my head. And then when I was going back up again, I mentioned it to Emma, and Emma was like, "Well, that's why you're going anyway. I need to have a look up there." And then when we went back up, I made sure we went the same way. And then when I come back down, I didn't see anything. So I don't know if that would have been anything. Right, I'm going anyway because it's this time. I need to get my dinner started, so I haven't had my tea. I want to thank everybody who's been part of this live. It's been amazing. Plenty of videos coming on the channel, stealth camping and stuff like that. So they will be coming to the channel anyway. But it's just as the videos come and go, it's just I make plans and plans change. That's why I always say in the video I never ever make plans. Always love your video, your channel. Thank you. Night all. Dan, it's McDonald. All right, that's good. Yeah. Night, Chris, Call. Everyone's saying night now. Brilliant. Thank you. Right, we'll do another 45 seconds, so we did a 2-hour mark, 100%. Night, everybody. I really do appreciate your support on the channel and being around for the lives. I know it's late. I didn't announce it like I should have done, but anyway, we're there. Thanks for watching.